Okay, we're live.
Awesome.
Yeah. So, people outside, if you just could let us know if the sound is alright, if you could hear us, and if you can see us as well, just give us a okay, and then we're going to start the show. So there's going to be a 10 seconds delay, usually between us talking and before they can hear it. So it can be weird at times. Can hear you fine. Okay, cool. Very good. Just wait a little bit and then we start the countdown. Can you see us fine as well? Cece, I'm gonna make you a moderator again. Wait a second. I'll try. I gotta do it here on YouTube. Let's open another window here. Got two monitors lined up here to catch everything. Okay. Okay, he's in a... All right. Okay, cool. Then okay, now we can go live. Start the countdown, and we can start.
Let's talk rock and roll.
The show where I talk to musicians, DJs, record collectors, and promoters about the music we love and live. And here we are. This is
Hello,
episode number
everybody.
3. Hello, it's you again. I'm here with Dylan Kirk and Zach McNabb. After we had Roddy Jackson last time, one of the old guys who was there in the 50s, started the whole rock and roll thing, and now we come to the next generation, even the one after me. So if you just could introduce yourself, starting with Zach. How old are you? Where do you live?
All right. Well, I'm Zach McNabb. I'm 18 years old, and I'm from Johnson City, Tennessee, and here in the United States. And I have a band of mine called Zach McNabb and the Tennessee Esquires, and we've been playing for about 3 years now. And we'll get into more of that probably later. But
Yeah, we will definitely. Yeah. Dylan, how about you? Oh, Dylan, now you're muted. Why is that? Did you mute yourself, maybe, Dylan? No. Oh, it worked before. I don't know. I will just try to get into your settings. Should be okay. You wanna try and join us again? Like maybe log out and try again, Dylan? Okay, just gives me the chance to say hello to everybody on YouTube, and I tried Facebook as well, so I'm not sure if I see the Facebook comments on here. So far I see it's all YouTube. So it's great to see you again. And just wanted to let you know there's going to be a 10 seconds delay between what we're saying and when you can hear it. All right, I'll just add Dylan to the stream again. Hello, Dylan.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can hear you again.
Right,
You're back. Okay.
Sorry for the
So,
trouble. My name's Dylan Kirk. I'm 20 years old. I'm currently living in Preston, Lancashire in the UK. I have a band called Dylan Kirk and the Killers, and I've been playing with them for about 4 years now.
cool. Okay, so we got some how it works with the questions. You can always ask questions, and we try to answer all the questions. But if you want to make sure that we're gonna put your question on screen, you can always do it via super chat on YouTube, and you can also use the PayPal above Dylan to you can donate any amount you want, starting from $1, and you can support the show and the two young guys who can't work for. When did you have your last gig, Zach?
Back in it's probably mid-November, so
Mid-November.
a while. Yeah.
That's okay. Well, that's not too bad. How about you, Dylan? When
What
did
was
you
that,
play your
sorry?
last show?
Oh,
When did
yeah,
you play your last show?
in February last year. So
Alright.
it was the
That's-
Youngblood Twist. It was a club that had just opened as well, and they just opened this new club, and it was the first gig, and it closed down obviously after that.
So it's almost a year without a gig for you. It's
Yeah.
Dylan, yeah. Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. This is wow. It's been pretty terrible for musicians, and I played a show in March, and then I did the cruise ship. That was good for me. But apart from that, I didn't do any gigs. I just realized I saw my bandmates from Spodioti the last time again. Last time I was really a year ago. So we have some questions from coming in from Patreon. Thanks a lot again to all my patrons who support me every month great contribution, and they get me through the hard times here. So I got one from CC, who's also our moderator. He's got a question for you, Dylan, and one for you, Zach. So start with Dylan. I see from your videos sometimes you play guitar in addition to your normal plays in front of the piano. Do you play other instruments besides piano and guitar? And do you enjoy guitar and other instruments as much as the piano? And does it help your a lot of questions. Does it help your creativity, or do you just find yourself wanting to get back to the piano while playing them?
Well, actually, the first instrument I ever learned was the guitar before the piano. It was the first instrument I ever picked up. I put that down after a couple of years because I taught myself, and then my mum took me to guitar lessons, and because I'm so used to teaching myself things, I wasn't used to being taught by someone. And I come across your videos, Randy, years ago, and I tried to teach myself. But
And then you gave up.
Yeah, I gave up. And then I changed to piano. I started learning piano, and it was a lot easier to learn for me, and I picked it up a lot easier. And then I went back to guitar, and learning the piano actually helped me learn a lot more on the guitar, believe it or not.
Oh, all right, the other way around. Yeah.
It taught me more.
Cool. And for you, Zach, what is it playing rockabilly in East Tennessee? And historically, have you ventured far outside of your hometown to get your music heard? Also, what was your biggest inspiration to focus on this great style of music?
Let's see. Well, for playing rockabilly around East Tennessee, let's see. What was the first part of the question again? I forgot already.
The first question was, was it like playing rockabilly in East Tennessee? And historically, have you ventured far outside of your hometown to get your music heard?
Well, for the first part, it's playing rockabilly in East Tennessee is pretty neat. We're actually, my band's one of the very few only one I know of. There may be some others that I haven't seen, but we're the only one rockabilly band in our area, and most of the other bands are newer country style bands or like 80s rock bands. But most bands around this area are all bluegrass, and so we're very different from everybody, which makes it fun and challenging sometimes. But I like being different. I think it's pretty neat. But and then we haven't traveled a whole like really too far out of our area. We've traveled up into Virginia about 2 hours or something like that, played. And we have some more stuff we're working on that's more towards Middle Tennessee this year, coming years. So we haven't traveled a whole lot yet, but it's something I'm definitely interested in doing.
Oh, yeah, sure. How about you, Dylan? Did you play outside of your hometown? Or?
Yeah, I first started playing in my hometown, and then people from different walks of England and started spotting me and seeing my band and stuff, and they started booking me around the UK and stuff. And the later I got on and well involved with the scene, I started getting booked abroad and playing Europe instead of the UK, which is really good and it's fun as well, always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you know Laurie Kirk, Dylan?
No, I don't.
No? Oh, I thought you were related. Dylan, the keys on your piano are reversed. Where did you get that?
They're not reversed. It's a Facebook Live glitch, basically. It reverses your camera around.
Yeah.
So it will show that the bass end is at the other side of the piano and the high end is at the lower side of the piano. So I haven't got a reversed piano I'm not a left-handed piano player.
Okay. I'm actually not sure. Laurie, was that a serious question or not? I'm not sure. I wasn't sure. I thought you were somebody from Dylan's family, just trying to tease him. But we can actually prove it. We have some live music. Yes. Okay. Cool. We have some live music from Zach and Dylan. It's you said it's too late. There are some more people living in a house and they need their sleep. All right. So cool. So Dylan, I have a request. Can you play something maybe by Elvis, Mean Woman Blues or something? Let's try that. I put you on solo. Wait a second. So we have some videos that Dylan sent me before. So it's not live, it's almost live.
I got a woman mean as she can be. Well, I got a woman mean as she can be. Sometimes I think she's almost mean to me. Well, she gets so hard, I burn my lip. It gets so good, but my heart didn't live. I got a woman mean as she can be. Well, sometimes I think she's almost mean to me. Well, I ain't a bragging, it's understood. But everything I do, well, sure do it good. I got a woman mean as she can be. Oh, sometimes I think she's almost mean to me. Yeah. Jelly is a thing for me. I got a woman mean as she can be. Oh, sometimes I think she's almost mean to me. Yeah.
right, Dylan Kirk. Oh, I gotta exit from my solo layout here. I want to see you too. Cool, great, yeah. Somebody said, Dylan, you can burn that piano up, and Adam said, it's so great to see young guys doing so great stuff like you two. Makes us all of us young rock and roll lovers feel like we're not alone.
Thank you very
Keep
much.
it rocking, guys.
Thank
Okay,
you,
so I
Adam.
guess Adam is another young guy, I guess. Oh yeah, and I love it too. It's great to see young talent, so that's why I invited you here. And we have a question from Ian. Ian is also one of my patrons, and he also has a question for Dylan and for Zach. It's pretty much it's very similar. So Dylan, being a young lad in the UK, who were your influences when growing up, and why the piano as the instrument of choice? I guess that's already answered, but and also how did you get to fall for rockabilly music? And this is always a very interesting question for me as well.
Yeah. Well, when I was younger, I wasn't really into any kind of music. I was brought up on from my parents' music, which was like the Doors, the Rolling Stones, and stuff like that. But all of a sudden, I heard Elvis Presley blast out on my radio in my dad's car or my mum's car, and I just instantly fell in love with that kind of music. It was just the beat and the rhythm of it. I just got my foot tapping when I was this young six-year-old boy. But after that, I researched more about it and got more into the music. And it was when I was in my early teens I found Jerry Lee Lewis, and that's what made me want to learn the piano. Just first time listening to him, I said, "Right, I'm learning the piano. It's just cool."
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that. I can relate. There's a question by Christian. He's also a young guy from Norway, if I remember right. Question to Dylan: do you like Cliff Richard? I guess because you're from the UK.
I think his early stuff with the Drifters and the Shadows is okay. I won't call him one of my favourite artists, but
Okay.
he's okay. He's not my favourite, but I listen
That's
to him
okay.
from time to time.
Christian, he's a great guitar player. He plays a lot of Shadow stuff. So,
Yeah.
So you maybe know him. So yeah, check him out. I hope you're go on tour sometimes, Christian, and hope to see you as well. And for Zach, still a question from Ian. How did you find rockabilly music? How influence you? Where they? That's weird. How influence you? Where the originals are from? Did you get your influence from the originals or from people from a modern era? How did you get into rockabilly music, Zach?
Okay. When I was younger, it's very similar to Dylan. I was younger, didn't really listen to a whole lot of music, and my mom would play a lot of 50s stuff, though, around the house, and so I always heard that. But it wasn't until I was probably 12 or 13 when I really started listening to stuff or looking for music to listen to. And we may talk about some of this later too, but when I first started taking guitar lessons when I was 8, my guitar teacher told me I sounded a lot like played like a lot like Johnny Cash. And of course, at that age, I probably heard his name and maybe heard some of his songs, but didn't know really who he was at all. And then not too long after that, I learned one of Johnny Cash's songs, and my guitar teacher showed me a video of him as well from, I think, like the 70s on his TV show. But so I saw that when I was younger, and then my grandma always used to joke with me that Elvis was her uncle because they share the same birthday, the day that is, but not the year. But she's a little bit younger. But so I had heard Elvis, and I used to go around school telling everybody Elvis was my uncle. So, and of course, people didn't believe me, but I thought it was true. And so, with those two things happened when I was younger. When I was about 13, I started looking for people, and I remembered Johnny Cash, I remembered Elvis,
Yeah.
so I looked them up, and that's really what got me into rockabilly, and of course Johnny Cash and Elvis with their Sun stuff led me to Carl Perkins and all the other greats, rockabilly people, and so that's really how I got into it. And the other question, part of that question was who influenced me. Is that right?
Yeah, like was it more the originals like
Okay.
from the 1950s or from a modern era? Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely all the original people. A lot of people that have influenced me are Buddy Holly, and Johnny Cash, and Elvis, Chuck Berry, a lot of those guys, Carl Perkins. So that's a lot of my influences. But yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, we want to hear something from you as well, and you can play live.
Yeah.
You
You want me
got
to
the
do that
guitar?
right now? Yeah.
Yeah. It's because it's still after. What is it? What time is it?
It's right now. It's little after 4,
little
almost
after
4:30. Yeah. So
Okay, cool. It's still cool to play. So
Yeah.
I put you in solo.
all right.
What are you gonna sing for us?
I'm gonna do a old Chuck Berry song, one of my favorites, one called Maybelline.
All right.
Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You've done sided back doing the things you used to do. As I was motivating over the hill, saw Maybelline in a Cookville. A Cadillac run on an open road, nothing I'd runs that before. Cadillac doing about 95, bump to bump, rolling side by side. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You've done sided back doing the things you used to do. With a Cadillac rope, hit the Ford got hot, wouldn't do no more. Soon got cloudy and started to rain. I toot my horn for the passing lane. The rain was pouring up under the hood. I knew that would do more no good. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You've done started back doing the things you used to do. Where the motor cooled down, heat went down, that's when I heard that highway sound. Cadillac sitting like a ton of lead, 110 half a mile ahead. A Cadillac looked like sitting still, and I caught Maybelline at the top of the hill. Maybelline, why can't you be true? Oh, Maybelline, why can't you be true? You've done started back doing the things you used to do. Oh, you've done started back doing the things you used to do. Oh, yeah.
Oh. I found the right button now. All right. Cool. Maybelline. Man. Chuck Berry always, he's got a lot of words, yeah?
Oh, yeah. For sure. Especially that song.
Yeah. Great lyrics, clever lyrics.
Yeah. He was a great
And,
writer. I love his songs.
Do you, like, a question for me, to both of you. Like, is it easy for you to learn lyrics, or do you have a hard time? Yeah,
It
Dylan, you can
depends,
answer
really.
first.
It depends on the song. If there's a lot of
Okay.
lyrics and verses, then it
Yeah.
can be quite hard to remember. But I'll just try my best before I perform a song to learn the lyrics before I go out and perform it.
Because
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Zach. No, you go ahead. Go.
For me, it's I don't really struggle with it too much. I think I did when I first started, but over the years, more I do it, easier it gets. And I would say over the past year and a half, I can memorize a song really quickly, honestly, without trying. Honestly, most of the time, it's after listening to the song, especially if I'm very familiar with it.
Okay.
Usually, I just print off the sheet and I can look at it once or so and have it down pretty well. So luckily, I don't
Cool.
struggle with it too much. But
Yeah. I mean, you're both native speakers. I remember when I started playing music, and I mean, we had English in school, but it's just not the same, when you talk to people, when I first started writing down lyrics, and I mean, when I looked later at the lyrics, it was just the words were, especially Chuck Berry. Like I tried
Oh, yeah.
Brown-eyed handsome man, and even the first line, arrested on charges of unemployment. I couldn't get, or like flying across the desert in a TWA. And I didn't know what TWA is at all. I tried to look for the word and to translate it.
I've tried covering that song, and it's usually the part where it says that's what your daddy said, and all this kind of the last lines of the verses change every time, and I get them mixed up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like move it on over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've attempted that song many times.
Okay.
But I guess I really haven't like worked on it enough to know whether if I can remember it all. But I have a few verses memorized. But I can play the guitar stuff, but haven't ever really finished working on all the lyrics and things. But I love that song though.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. So there are some questions coming in here, and I just wanted to say, if you want to support the show or want to support the young guys, you can ask your questions via Super Chat, and also you can donate something to PayPal to the address right above Dylan's head. But here's a question to Zach. Let's bring it on the screen. What's your favorite Johnny Cash song? This is by Christian again.
That's a hard one. There's so many good ones. I have probably a whole list, but I don't even know if I could pick one. One of my favorites, I remember when I first started listening to Johnny Cash, was Big River and Get Rhythm. Those were the two that I just absolutely loved. And but now, after listening to him for years and discovering a lot of the more rare stuff, the stuff you don't really hear very often, I would say the fast version of Wide Open Road is one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
I really like that. Especially the guitar part. Luther's part on that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say probably those few, but there's a whole list. I could go on forever naming Johnny Cash songs that I love. But
how about you, Dylan?
Johnny Cash song.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite Johnny Cash songs?
Big River and the Wreck of Old 97.
Oh yeah,
are my favourites.
Oh.
I do like them ones.
I think I got two probably. Well, more of course, but if I have to, pin it down, it's just about times. It's just about time. I like that one, and also, I still miss someone. It's a later one. I like that too. I mean, not too late, but it's still 50s, but not Sun anymore. So these are probably my favorite Johnny Cash songs, and yeah. So there was another question for Dylan. Probably skipped. That was Dylan question. Is your inspiration Jerry Lee?
Oh, 100%. 100%. I do listen to other piano players though. Not that even the non-frontmen piano players of rock and roll, even just listening to the backing pianists, but out of all of them, I'd say Jerry Lee is 100% my favourite out of all of them. I do like Little Richard, Roddy Jackson as well, who you spoke to last time. He's great. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I like Teddy Riddell as well.
Yeah, Teddy Riddell.
I like
Awesome.
him. And Mickey Gilley and all the ones.
Yeah.
So here's one more. From Adam again. Adam, where you from? Maybe you could let us know where you're from, Adam.
Oh, I know.
I would
Adam.
love to. Yeah, you know him.
Yeah, he's from Spain.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
So we got to get some international crowd again here. Very good. I would love to see Zach and Dylan playing with the Sun and Lightning Band. Would be like would be like being at 1950s Sun Records. So
Yeah.
so I think it's time to let the cat out of the bag. So Dylan and I, we talked. I was also like almost a year ago,
Yeah.
and we signed Dylan to Emerald Records, and we're planning to do a recording together, do a record together, and a whole album with some guys from the Sun and Lightning Band. And Dylan will play piano, of course, at the Lightning Recorded Studio in Berlin, and we just hope we can do it soon,
Yeah,
when the
fingers
whole
crossed.
Corona thing is over. And but Zach, you already did some recordings. You had a great studio, and tell us something about that.
Yeah, I've been recording with Big Tone Records, based out of Bristol, Tennessee / Virginia. It's right there on the state line. But I've been working with Big Tone Records and John Atkinson and all those guys out there for, I guess it's been about a year and a half or maybe more than that now. But we've been recording and working on a real cool record with Carl Senny Leland. Some of you all may know him, and I love Carl. He's awesome, and
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure working with him. And so, but I've recorded a bunch of his songs that he wrote, and I think he's recorded some of them and released them over the years. But I think some of them's never even been released before, so it'll be exciting to finally get those out. But yeah, I've been working out there with those guys, and Big Tone Records is a fantastic studio. They're still getting settled here in Bristol, and they've been doing a lot of renovations, but that studio is really authentic and has a great sound. John, he restores a lot of the equipment, and he owns everything you can think of. He's got it: microphones, tape machines, everything.
Yeah, we have. We're gonna have a picture later on. Oh, how about? Let's do it now. But also, I want to say, Dylan, you have a CD out already, yeah? It's with Daryl Hyam. Tell us something about that as well.
Yeah, that was recorded in the year of COVID. It all broke out just beforehand. It was recorded in February, not long before my last gig actually, and we only had 6 hours to lay it down, so we had to do it pretty quickly, and most of it was all live in the studio. So, but we managed to get that all done in one day in 6 hours, and I think it sounds really cool. And
how many songs did you do in 6 hours?
12, I think. 12 songs.
Wow,
yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Very, very little takes on them, so we had to get it as good as possible in that short amount of time. That's how they would have done it years ago.
Exactly. And it's available on Foot Tapping Records, yeah.
Yeah.
And you probably have it too. I have the links in the description to this live stream if you want to contact Zach or Dylan, if you want to book them once it's possible again, or just buy some records from Dylan or just talk to them. I got the links in the description below for all of you. And let's get to the next category here.
I'm young and wild. Ooh, young and wild, baby. Young and wild, that's my style, that's me.
Okay, and this is this is where we show pictures from when you were young, which is not too long ago in your case. Okay, so let's see how we do. I will probably leave it in solo layout. Let's see, and then you can comment it on them. Let's see if here we start. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
Dylan and Zach. Yeah, cool. Okay, so we start with Zach. So, what age is that? How old are you?
Probably 8. I probably turned 8 probably the month before that. I think this was taken in October 2010, I believe.
Okay, already a Martin guitar.
Yeah. Yeah, it was my very first guitar there. And I think I'd just gotten it just a few weeks before that picture was taken. So
Okay, cool.
yeah, and that guitar is actually hanging up behind me too today.
And did you did you wish for a guitar? Did you want it to have a guitar or?
Yeah, when I was younger, my mom and dad put my brother Caleb, he's my younger brother, in violin lessons and stuff, and they asked me if I would like to, learn an instrument. And they wanted me or asked me first if I would like to play the violin, and I said no. And I told them I wanted to play the guitar, so they got me that guitar at our local music store, and I started taking lessons. So it's kind of how it all started. But,
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You started way earlier than me. I started when I was 16. Let's have a look at the next picture here. So, Dylan, tell us something about that picture. The School of Rock and Roll. Where was that?
I haven't got many photos of me when I was younger. Not many photos, but this was taken about 2 years ago when I was in France.
Okay.
The bass player lived next to a school. Well, it was conjoined with the school. It was kind of strange, but they let us in there and we had a little photo shoot, and that's what come out.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really
All
good.
right. Let's have the next one here. Okay, that's Zach again.
Yeah.
How old are we? Is it like little older? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was probably like a year or two after that first picture.
Okay.
This was at a guitar recital, I believe, at the place I was taking guitar lessons, and that's my first guitar teacher. His name's Chris Carlson, I believe, and but yeah, that was taken a couple years after that last picture, but yeah, I was nervous
was it-
there. I know that.
Oh yeah. Was that the guy, the teacher who told you that you play like Johnny Cash?
It was, yeah.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one responsible for a lot of my Johnny Cash influence.
Cool. Yeah. So he's a good guy. I love him
Yeah,
already.
he's great.
No, I know from teaching that people can be very nervous when they have to play in front of a teacher or anybody. It can be tough, and you have to warm up and stuff like that. So, and I can certainly relate to that as well. So let's have another one from Dylan.
Ah,
Where,
I must
where
have
was
been
that
about,
taken and when? Do you
I
remember
think
that?
I was about, I don't know exactly when it's taken, but I was definitely about 15, 16. No, 16 I was. 16, yeah. And
Okay.
yeah, I can't remember much about that photo, but yeah, I was just around somebody's house playing the piano.
Oh, okay. I see the bass in the corner there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good time.
All right, that's another one from Zach. Is that at Big Tone Studio?
It is, yeah. That was December 2018. We went. John Atkinson had invited us to come record some demos, see if we'd be interested in recording some songs later in the future. And
Yeah.
so they had just moved to Bristol and moved into that building May 2018. So this was December. So they were still getting settled and trying to get everything set up, but it looks totally different now. And
Okay.
they're doing a lot more to it. So it looks different from last time I've seen it, which has been several months. But yeah, it's changed a lot. But that studio is awesome. And
Yeah, I see some
that
cool equipment there, definitely.
yeah, but yeah, we were recording a couple of demos there that day, and that's my brother on bass and my friend Willie Vance on lead guitar there, and my brother's name's Caleb too. So
How old
yeah,
is he?
but,
Is
he's
your younger
16
brother?
now. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
So he's yeah, we didn't talk about that yet. How old are you, Zach, now?
18.
18. Okay. And Dylan, how about you?
20.
20. Okay. So I just turned 47. I have to have to think about it. It's 47 now. So yeah, cool. So yeah, it's great to see. As I said, it's so great to see some young people in the scene and doing, playing the music I love. Love it. So I think we have one more picture here. Another one from Dylan.
I haven't said much about the other photos, but there's a lot I can say about this one. This was
Okay.
This was my first performance that I ever did on the piano. This
Wow.
is my humble beginnings of where I started without playing with a band. This is my hometown, and there was a shop called Goodness Gracious that had a piano outside.
That's fitting.
Yeah. And I started playing the piano, and I used to go there after school and play to the people that walked past and try and earn some money, leave a hat on the floor or something like that. And the shop owner used to manage me in the beginning. He used to get me local gigs. His name was Oliver. His name was Oliver Sebastian.
Great. It's always important to have guys who support you. Yeah. And
Yeah.
Cool. So we have do I have one more? No, I think that's it. Yeah, that's the first one again. Okay. So we have a super chat from Axel. He's also a young guy. He's from Belgium, and I just exit my solo mode here. Bring you guys back on the screen. He sent us 10 euros and saying, Dylan, I love your cover of Down the Line by Iguana Butts, and I would like to know if you were listening to Psychobilly or is it just the band?
I do listen to Psychobilly occasionally. I did go for a phase before I recorded the album of listening to a lot of it. But the Guana Bats are my favourite, and I thought Down the Line would be fitting because we was meant to be an authentic rockabilly band, but it's one of those songs that isn't too revved up and psychobilly. It's sort of held back, so I thought I could cover it and pull it back even more and make it authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I love Jerry Lee's version of Down the Line. I think it's one of my favorite Jerry Lee songs.
Mine too. Yeah.
Yeah. We have another question from Axel, and Axel, thank you so much for sending us the 10 euros, and this is for everybody. If you want to support the show, you can send a super chat and ask a question, or you can also send something to the let's talk at randyrich.de PayPal address that's right above Dylan's head. So here's another question from Axel. Zach, have you already released a record? I think we talked about it, but have you released a record yet?
Not the one I recorded over at Big Tone with Carl. We're still working on that, and COVID, of course, has messed a lot of it up and held it back, put it back further than expected. I think we were actually planning on having it out last year, but we were never really able to finish everything. We had a session right before everything started last year, but still didn't have enough to really release anything. But hopefully we'll have it out maybe this year sometime. If not, I'll keep you all updated. Really, I don't know.
It's the same with us. I mean, luckily we released the Sun and Lightning stuff before, in 2019, and then, but of course, we'll do some recordings with Dylan, and wanted to have it out already, but so it gives you more time to write some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do
you write your own material, Zach?
I do. Yeah, I don't really consider myself a songwriter, but because I mean, I haven't ever recorded them or played them out or anything. I just kind of play them for family and stuff. And John Atkinson, I play those for him and see what kind of get his approval, see what he thinks. But But yeah, I do write some of my own stuff. I actually wrote one last night, and so they just kind of come here and there. I'm not too good at just sitting down and writing. I just kind of have to wait for something to come along and go with it.
How about you, Dylan?
Yeah, same. I'm not. I wouldn't call myself a songwriter at all. I just have to have an idea that pops into my head, maybe like a bass line or something, or a guitar riff, or a piano sound, but something like that. And lyrics, if they pop into my head, then I can come up with something. But it's just a rare occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I did write pretty early. Did write some stuff, and I still have the recordings, but yeah, the English is not very good, and very basic stuff. But I mean, you have to start somewhere. So
Yeah.
I always liked writing stuff and writing songs. Dylan, how about another song on the piano? The not reversed one.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
You sent me a song by. Oh, here's another question. We do the question later. Another song by Mickey Gilley. Did you record the Mickey Gilley version? Is that "Call Me Shorty," or did you have another version in your
There was
mind?
another version. I don't think many people know this version. Most people know the Mickey Gilley version, but
Mm.
I'd heard the Hayden Thompson version,
All right. Yeah.
and that's what I based it off. And I think it's musically a lot better than the Mickey Gilley version, personally. But that's the version I was basing it off of. It wasn't an early Hayden Thompson's number. I think it was a later version. You can hear by the recording, but the solos and stuff, I think it was just musically a lot better.
Yeah, and Hayden, he's still going. He plays piano. He, of course, a great singer, Sun Records star, and he lives near Chicago. And it's one of my favorite voices, definitely Hayden Thompson. So here's your version of "Call Me Shorty." And again, Dylan can't play live because it's like 10 o'clock in the p.m. in the UK now. And who's living with you, or is it just neighbors? Or
I live at my girlfriend's house now in Preston. I used to live down south in England, but now I'm up north now.
up north, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the pre-recorded version. I hope I pressed the right button. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, it's
I smoke a big cigar, a Cadillac car, wear a great big diamond ring. I smoke a big cigar, I drive a Cadillac car, wear a great big diamond ring. Well, all the gals call me daddy, and you know I feel just like a king. I don't work for a living, but I really haven't known. I don't work for a living, but I really haven't known. I get away with the women and they give me all of her dough. Oh, let's walk it now. Just a little bit of fella, just a 5 foot from the ground. Just a little bit of fella, just a 5 foot from the ground. And when the gals call me daddy, I'm the biggest little man in town. Well, I don't work for a living, but I really haven't known. Ooh, I don't work for a living, but I really haven't known. I get away with the women and they give me all of their dough. One more time. Well, I smoke a big cigar, I drive a Cadillac car, wear a great big diamond ring. I smoke a big cigar, I drive a Cadillac car, wear a great big diamond ring. Well, all the gals call me daddy, and you know I feel just like a king. Well, the gals call me daddy, and you know I feel just like a king. Well, the gals call me daddy, and you know I feel just like a king. Well, the gals
I have to get more applause scenes here in my lineup. Oh, yeah, great stuff, Dylan. I really love it, and I have to exit again from solo layout. Okay, yeah, love your playing. I love your singing, and I'm looking forward to working with you and having you on Emerald Records and in the studio and all.
Me very much so too.
Yeah, it's we got to be patient. Everybody nowadays, being a musician, especially. So we received via PayPal 30 euros from Moritz. Moritz is from southern Germany. He doesn't have a question. He says, "Hi Randy, it's German. Just translate. A great idea. Keep going." And thanks a lot, Moritz. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for your donation. It's a lot of money. 30 euros, and yeah, greetings to the south. I hope we're gonna see us in 2021 eventually. All right, so we got another super chat from I know this girl. Stephanie Hudel, Steffi, she's my girlfriend. She also cut my hair, so just in time for the show. And yeah, it's been, man, it's been rough. For my hair was like an afro already, almost. So, question to both: have you met musicians from the 1950s, and if so, who?
Go ahead.
Let's start with.
Well, the first two musicians I met from the 50s was at a weekender in France. I met Billy Harlan. I won a bop.
Yeah.
And Charlie Gracie. I met Charlie Gracie there. And at the Wildest Cats in Town, they had a Sun Records show where I met Jimmy Van Eaton, who played on all the great Sun Record tracks. And I met Hayden Thompson too, which was really cool.
I have to get Jimmy Van Eaton on the show as well.
Yeah.
He's great to talk to. Yeah.
But they're the only musicians I've met.
Well, that's cool. I mean, this is the disadvantage of being born later than us, you know. Because we had the chance to meet a lot of the old guys, and now it of course it gets harder and harder. Yeah. So Zach, how about you?
Sadly, I haven't had a chance to meet anybody, but maybe one day, if soon, I'll be able to meet somebody that recorded some stuff. There's several people I'd like to meet, but most people are gone now. But maybe one day I'll finally meet somebody. But yeah.
Yeah, I can hook you up with some.
Yeah.
Even close to where you live.
Yeah.
Yeah. We Steffi and I when was it? 2018, 19? I think it was 19. We went on a trip to visit some of the old guys. We went to visit Terry Noland, and he's fantastic guy. He lives in Oklahoma. And then we met Sonny West, and he lives in Texas. And then J.M. Van Eaton, of course, and Glenn Honeycutt, another Sun recording. He's actually close to Tennessee. And who else? Probably forgot one. But anyway, let's get on with the show. Okay. Let's hide this one. So thank you very much, Steffi, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Let's take that down. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, we had another question from Christian from Norway. Dylan, what's your favorite Shadows tune? Since I heard you heard of them.
I don't know. I've not really listened to much Shadow stuff. I know a couple. I know like Apache, and I think there's one with Quartermaster's Shoes or something. But I haven't really heard much. I don't really listen to much British rock and roll music.
Yeah.
But Cliff Richard's Shadow stuff like A High Class Baby and
Yeah.
I think that's Drifted actually. It's not the Shadows, but I don't know. I don't want to seem like I don't know too much, but I don't know too much about it. So.
How about you, Zach? Do you know any of the old British rock and roll? Have you heard
I
any of
haven't.
the artists? No.
No.
There's some. I think Cliff Richard. I like some of his stuff a lot, and also Billy Fury is my favorite.
Yeah.
From
I think I've listened to some of
British.
his stuff before.
Yeah. So, but Steffi just wrote. How could I forget? We also met James Kirkland, who is the bass player for Ricky Nelson, and he's also a fantastic guy, great to talk to, and he lives in Texas as well. And ever since I saw Carnival Rock for the first time, the movie, I thought the band just looks so cool, with James Kirkland on guitar and James Kirkland. So I was very glad to meet him as well. So Zach, how about another song from you?
All right. Let's see.
Have you another one lined up?
I do.
Yeah.
Let's see. This capo here. Well, since we've talked about Johnny Cash quite a bit, and he's influenced me a lot also, so we'll go ahead and do one of his songs. I'm sure y'all will recognize this one. This is probably his most famous song, or one of them, but Folsom Prison Blues. So. I hear the train a-comin', it's rollin' round the bend, and I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blow, I hang my head and cry. I bet there's rich folks seating in those fancy dining cars. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming, I know I can't be free. But those people keep on moving, that's what tortures me. Well, if they'd free me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, I'd bet I'd move it on a little farther down the line. Far from Folsom Prison, that's where I want to stay. And I'd let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Great stuff. Yeah, I like how you
Thank
do. You put your own twist to it. And,
Yeah.
No, fantastic. I always
you.
when I first heard you, I mean, this is obviously a good thing coming from COVID. I saw both of you in live streams on Facebook, and so a lot of people did that, and so it was great exposure, and I was so happy.
Yeah, for sure.
And watching you guys, and when I first saw Zach, and when you talk, it really reminds me of there's an album out. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Radio Rockabilly. So it's Novel Felts and Jerry Mercer in the 1950s at the radio station, and they playing Elvis songs, and they do Maybelline as well, and stuff like that, and it's it's just so close, so with the accent and everything. So
that's neat. I'll have to check that out.
Reminded me, yeah. So, and Some more questions. Here's one from Adam from Spain, I guess. Zach and Dylan, what do you think about wearing 1950s style clothing?
I love it. It's one of my biggest addictions ever. 1950s
Is it, yeah?
clothing.
Okay,
I'm always on looking for clothing all the time.
okay.
I've got a nice original shirt on now. But yeah, it's one of my biggest addictions and I love it.
Okay, cool. How about you, Zach?
Yeah, same. I absolutely love it, and I just think I think it's really fun. It makes me, want to dress up and go places, and I don't know. It's a fun thing. I like doing it, and of course I don't have a lot of original stuff. I think I have a few original shirts, but other than that, I don't really have much original. But I usually just buy new clothes and try to make them look the style and give it that look. But there's a lot of awesome people out there that make reproduction stuff, and I'd like to, once I get the money, I'd like to buy a lot of that stuff because it's great. I'm always looking though. I'm always on there looking. And
Because you're still in school, Zach, yeah? Is that right?
I am.
High school? Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about you, Dylan?
Oh, I'm not doing anything at the moment.
Just playing the
COVID
piano.
has really let me down.
So we got another question from Lonesome Cowboys. The Lonesome Cowboys, actually. Question to Zach. What do you enjoy playing more, Johnny Cash songs or other rockabilly songs?
I like playing a little bit of everything. I love playing Johnny Cash, but I love playing Carl Perkins stuff. Absolutely love Buddy Holly and Chuck Berry, and of course they're more the rock and roll side of their later stuff, but yeah, I love playing a little bit of everything really. And then when it comes to doing my own type, like writing songs and things like that, I've kind of developed, I think, kind of my own style mix between all those guys. So it's fun, but yeah.
Oh, so yes, wow. Sometimes it's just overwhelming here. So we got super chat from Lori Kirk. So she sent us $50.
Oh wow.
It's just amazing, and we're gonna split the money. Yeah. So thank you so much, Lori, for the super chat. No question, but just Dylan, if you ever want to adopt an American grandma, let me know. This is
no problem.
This is
as long
so
as I
great,
can visit on a regular basis.
Yeah. Laurie, maybe you can.
US yet.
Laurie, maybe you can let us know where do you live in America? Like, I mean, you don't have to give us the street address, but it's just the area. Yeah. Okay. We got. So yeah, thank you so much, Laurie, for your super chat. We got another one, so which I cannot. It's not a super chat. I just wanted to. No, that's the wrong one. See. Here we no. Again. Oh, it keeps. Here we go. Yeah. Pete, I assume. Could you translate that for us? Yeah. Or does any of you speak that language?
No.
No. Okay. So Laurie answered. She lives in New Hampshire, so that's way up north, east.
Yeah.
If I'm right. Yeah. So, Dylan, have you been to the US before?
I haven't. No, it's something I've always wanted to do though.
Yeah.
To go to the land of where all this bizarre music come from.
How about you, Zach? Have you been abroad? Have you been outside the US? Or?
I have, yeah. I've actually been to the Philippines, and I've been to Japan, but only in the airport. I didn't leave the airport, so that was a stop we had to make before we went to the Philippines. But yeah, I've been to outside the U.S. before, so it was neat. That was a fun trip, though.
No, okay.
Mhm.
Do you guys have any like new or modern rock and roll rockabilly band from the scene that you really like, or that maybe influenced you as well?
Yeah, there's a band I really like at the moment from Italy. They're called I don't know if they're watching, maybe they are, but they're called the same old shoes. I really like.
Yeah.
The Real Gone Tones as well. I think they recorded at your studio.
Well, it's not mine, but it's from the Berlin guys. But I just
Yeah.
a lot of people they not confuse me, but they think I'm from Berlin because I'm play with Axel and Ike, and they're from Berlin, and they had I'm not involved in Lightning Recorders, but I mean I do a lot of stuff there. I have produced
right,
some
okay.
jam tracks there and
I
recorded
was
them. But
mistaken.
yeah, no problem. Yeah, but yeah, same old shoes. I like them too. I saw them once only, and the Regal Tones. They're from the Czech Republic, I think. So,
Are they?
if
I
I'm
thought they
not-
were
yeah.
Italian then.
Oh,
And,
that's another. I mean, that's another band then. I'm probably mixed up. Regal Tones, yeah. How about you, Zach? Do you, any modern bands you like a rock and roll band, rockabilly band?
Trying to think. Well, the first people that come to mind that I watch all the time and that really inspire me is just you, Randy, and all the other Seven Lightning guys. Really, I love you guys. I've been watching you all for years, and y'all inspire me a lot. So I hope to be as good as you all someday.
Well, you're definitely everything. I mean, you so much. I mean, both of you so much better than I was when I was 18 or 20 years old. It's just amazing, like mind blowing for me, like the talent you have, and yeah, I love you singing and playing as well. So
Well, thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
really enjoyed.
That's obviously I forgot to mention the Sun and Lighting band because they're amazing too.
Obviously. No. But yeah, we will still record with you, Dylan. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to give this a plug. Here we go. Daryl Hyam sent me this CD, the Christmas Bob. That's also on Foot Tappin' Records out, and of course, it's never too early to shop for Christmas. For a present, you know, you want to be prepared. You don't want to be late, and it's a great album. It's got some Johnny Bennett style on there, and there's also a duet with Imelda May, and also a great song by Daryl Hyam's daughter Violet, and yeah, she's a great singer too. She's going to be big. So yeah, if you're looking for a Christmas present for 2021, here's my choice. Okay, the same old shoes are from Italy. That's what Steffi says. Yeah, that's right. We were talking about the Real Gone Tones.
The Real Gone Tones, that's it,
Real
yeah.
Gone Tones, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Let me see. When I first started out in the scene, I really liked the Jets, and I want to bring them on as well. They're from England, and then from America, always liked the High Noon, Sean Manchin, and Sean Young, and then Big Sandy, Dick Dickerson, those
Yeah.
guys. I like them a lot. Yeah. Have you any like Zach? Do you have any other favorite rockabilly songs apart from the Johnny Cash stuff? Or
I'm trying to think. I can't really think of any. Well, I guess Johnny Cash. I love Country Boy. That's the early one that you don't hear too often.
Yeah.
And what's another one? The Good Lord's Will and the Creek Don't Rise. I like that one as well. And that first Johnny Cash's very first album is like my favorite, and I just love all those songs. But outside of Johnny Cash, I love a lot of Kenny Parchman's stuff and Carl Perkins. I love those guys. So about any of their songs that they ever released. So yeah.
Yeah, Kenny Parchman was obviously, I always say he's the most unlucky guy on Sun Records.
Yeah. for
He
sure.
recorded so many great songs, and none of it was released, and that's a pity. Yeah, we play a lot of his songs. And do you have any? Do you play any Dylan from Kenny Parchment?
I have tried. I played like I feel like rockin, Tennessee Zip. I've played Kenny Parchman stuff. He was unlucky. Sam Phillips kind of put out some, well, stupidly didn't put out some amazing records that I think could have done really well. But I mean, what happened, and I mean, Billy Lee Riley was put back as well because of Jerry Lee,
Yeah,
and he was always jealous of that. But yeah, Billy Lee Riley is another great artist as well.
definitely. Now here's a question to both of you from Lonesome Cowboys. That's a great question, I think. If you could travel back in time to Sun Studios, who would you like to record with?
Well, I think my fantasy of a band recording with them, it would be Jimmy Van Eaton on drums.
Yeah.
It'd be J.W. Brown on bass, Carl Perkins on guitar. I don't know, there's so many people I was trying to record with. I don't know, there's loads of people. Yeah, I couldn't really decide.
Yeah. How about you, Zach?
Everyone.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah, that's a great
That's the right answer.
answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like Dylan said, there's so many. But I would definitely, if I was gonna do like a collaboration with another Sun Records artist, it would probably definitely be a Carl Perkins and his band. They're awesome and have such a, I don't know, they're just so exciting, and I don't know, I love their records. It's a lot of energy and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I would have to answer, I would say I would have loved to be, at not even recording, just being there, like with a million dollar quartet session. It's just
Cool, yeah.
to have the four of them, and it's just when I listen to that, it gives me goosebumps. The way they do the harmonies and stuff, and yeah, definitely, and yeah, cool. So, question to you all: what's your favorite cars from the 1950s? So many questions here. Tough ones.
I have a few. Mainly Fords I like the most. I like Buicks as well. But Ford Fairlane I like. Ford Thunderbird as well. I don't really study cars too much. I don't drive myself. I think when I start driving I'll look more into it. But yeah, mainly Fords and stuff I like.
Yeah, for me, when I was younger, I always loved the 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air, and then as I started,
classic.
As I started getting older and looking more into the cars and really getting into the 50s, I started getting really into all the Cadillacs. I love all the Cadillacs, and still like the new Cadillacs too. They're still really neat. Yeah. But I love the 50s Cadillacs, and my favorite's probably what year is it? I forget the year, but I love the Cadillac Eldorados and the convertibles. Those are really neat. But yeah.
Me too. I love the Cadillacs. Probably like 53 to 56. Any of those, it's just, I would take it. Yeah, definitely. So it's time for the quiz question. And of course, I forgot to talk about it, and with you guys, and I don't have, I don't have anything here. But if you answer the question right, you can choose anything from my CDs, records, books. I got T-shirts now as well, and coffee mugs. So whoever wins the question can choose anything. Yeah, guitar lesson. We got also sheet music and yeah, pick anything from the shop. And Dylan, maybe can you throw a CD from you in there as well in the mix?
I could,
Do you have
but I haven't got any personal copies at the moment. My dad
All
still
right.
needs to send some up. My dad needs to send some up because most of them are at my dad's house down south, so he needs to send me a bunch up because I've sold all the personal copies I have. So I can sort that out for you when needed.
Yeah. And Zach, do you have a promo picture or something?
I could get one. Yeah, I don't have
Yeah.
much with me right now, but I could definitely
Yeah.
have one printed up and send it to him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a great mix. I obviously be aware that delivery times can be crazy right now. So, but
Yeah.
we try our best. So here's my question, and if you followed the show and you're decent in math, you can figure it out. So, how old are Dylan, Zach, and I together? Like added up, the age of Dylan, Zach, and Randy. What number would that be added up? Then of course we have to wait now like 10 seconds until they hear the question. So far, like in every episode, we had 85. Well, let's see. I didn't even figure it out myself. but 5 is good. Oh man. So it's no, 85 is right. Yeah, it's 20 and 18, which gives you 38. 38 and 47, it's 85. The first answer. Is it the first answer? It is the first answer. Stuart Turner guitar. I know this guy. Cool.
How you doing,
Stuart, did you use a calculator or did you do it in your head? So we got Axel, close again, 83. No. Lonesome Cowboys, 85. Simon O'Donnell, 85. Elliot, 85. 81. I wish. Laurie, 85. Laurie, get your CD as well. Yeah. You gave us the $49 and yeah, I give you one.
Yeah.
He used a calculator, Stuart. I don't know if we can accept that. No, I guess that's cool. Okay, Stuart, we're gonna get some stuff to you. Oh, this is so nice. No, not this one. CPS 67. You don't look like a day over 43. Thank you very much, CPS. You made my day. Okay, hide that one again. Cool. Yeah. So thanks again for all your answers. Many right ones again. Good calculating. Stuart, even with a calculator, it's okay. And maybe Zach, do you have another song lined up?
I can pull one out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or maybe let's see if people maybe they can request something. Johnny Cash or Carl Perkins, maybe early Elvis. Let us know what you want to hear from Zach. And but my screen's come on. CPS, he says, the guy, he said, I don't look a day older than 43. And his next comment, but my screen's dirty. Okay. Funny guy. Okay. How is it playing with your brother, Zach?
It's fun. I enjoy it. We get to spend a lot of time together. Of course, we still live in the same house, so we get to do that anyway. But it's fun. Sometimes it's we get at each other, but not very often. But I like it. It's neat having a brother in the band.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Like Carl Perkins.
Yeah.
What? yeah, like Carl Perkins. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan, do you have any like brother or sister who play an instrument?
I have a brother, but he doesn't play an instrument. He's tried to learn an instrument. I've tried to teach him the guitar. But he's a chef, my brother. He's not a musician
Okay.
at all.
Okay, so we have quite a few, and I think you can pick one.
Okay.
Let's okay. Let's see. Can you see the comments too, Zach? Yeah,
I
think
can.
so, huh? Okay, so we start here with early Elvis for Axel, or Country Boy, Home of the Blues, So Doggone Lonesome, Carl Perkins song, Anyone for Adam, Not Fade Away, Buddy Holly obviously, Cocaine Blues, I'm So Glad, Carl Perkins, Home of the Blues, True Love, Carl Perkins. So you pick.
That's a lot of great requests.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see.
we're going to be here for another hour listening to you.
Let's see. A lot of these I know bits and pieces of, but don't know the entire thing.
Yeah.
Or I learned it one time and haven't played in a while. But see if I know enough of any of these. Let's see. We got requests for some early Elvis, so I'll do that
Always
one. I
good.
feel like
Yeah.
I won't mess that up.
Oh, we haven't played Elvis, and obviously his birthday is not too far away yet. So yeah, let's do an Elvis song. I just put it
Yeah.
on the big screen here.
Let's see. All right. Well, we're gonna do. I'm gonna do "Good Rockin' Tonight." This has always been one of my favorites, and
Okay, cool.
Elvis has a great version of it. So yeah, let's see. Well, I heard the news. There's a good rockin' tonight. I heard the news. There's a good rockin' tonight. I wanna hold my baby tight as I can. Tonight she'll know my mighty, mighty man. I heard the news. There's a good rockin' tonight. Well, meet me in a hurry, now don't be late. The band starts rocking by the half past 8. Bring rocking shoes, cause tonight I'm gonna rock away all my blues. I heard the news, there's a good rockin' tonight. We're gonna rock, come on and rock. Let's rock, come on and rock. We're gonna rock all our blues away. Everybody's rockin' tonight. Have you heard the news? Everybody's rockin' tonight. I wanna hold my baby tight as I can. Tonight she'll know my mighty, mighty man. I heard the news. There's a good rockin' tonight. Well, we're gonna rock, 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 rock. Come on, rock, 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 rock. Let's rock, 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 rock. Come on, rock, 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 rock. We're gonna rock our blues away.
All right, great. Of course. There we go. And the applause is actually from Elvis concert, so
Very fitting.
very fitting, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right, so here's another one, Roman. If I had Russian in school for 6 years, so I think this is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's cool playing. Kruto igraешь. I hope. Yeah, I remember that. Cool. Thank you for your comment, Roman. Okay, cool. So I think it's time to wrap up. Thanks a lot for everybody for tuning in again to Let's Talk Rock and Roll, and just wanted to let you know next time it will be February 20th, I think, 20th or 21st. We're gonna have Tom Ingram and Andy Witter on the show, both promoters. Tom Ingram, obviously from Viva Las Vegas, and Andy Witter, he organizes a great festival in Waldorf here in Germany. So I wanted to have some promoters on the show as well, and I think you have a million questions. Yeah, it's tough for them, probably even tougher than for the musicians, for the promoters, and I would like to give them the show to explain a lot of stuff. I mean, there's so much effort involved in organizing festivals, and I'm so thankful, for people like Andy Witter and Tom Ingram who book us. And yeah, so we have another 23 euros 63 cents. That's probably a cent in dollars, from Sarah E. Emmert. Love your show, Zach's fan. So thank you. Thank you very much, Sarah, for your donation.
Yes,
She
thank
sent
you.
via PayPal, so I really appreciate it. And yeah, tune in again in February. I will let you know here on YouTube and also on Facebook. I hope it worked on Facebook. Is somebody? We can't see the comments here on the Facebook comments, but I hope it worked on Facebook. I will check it out later. Okay, so now some more requests are pouring in. We have to do it again. Yeah. Anything you want to say to the audience, Zach? Let's have a closing. word
I just
here.
want to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed everything and enjoyed those songs. And a little bit rusty on Good Rockin' tonight, but hopefully it was good enough. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed it. And continue to tune in to Randy's show. This is a great show that he's putting on, and I really enjoy it and watch it myself. So, but thank you, everybody.
Well,
Thank
yeah,
you, Zach. How about you, Dylan?
exactly what Zach said. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in, listening to my songs. I had to pre-record them, so I couldn't do it live. But if you go on my Facebook, you'll see me in the future doing some live stuff. But
Yeah, same.
yeah, I also want to thank Randy for putting these shows on, because they're really helping musicians, promoters, DJs out, getting themselves out there on the scene. And yeah, I hope to see more people get involved with this show, because it's amazing.
Yeah, I hope so too. I have lots of ideas in my head, and yeah, thank you so much for coming on. And yeah, it's great, as I said, to see some young cats, on the scene, and you're carrying the torch, and yeah, I love it. And we have your again your Facebook and Instagram in the description. Underneath the YouTube video, the live stream, and the live stream will be up later as well for everybody to see. So yeah, you can check the 2 out. Zach McNabb and Dylan Kirk, thank you so much for being my guests here on the show, and
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
it's a pleasure.
everybody for all your comments, your questions, and for spreading the word and everything. I really appreciate it, and it's great fun for me to do the show. So, and obviously it lives, with the guests and the audience. And also, yeah, special thanks to CC. He's the moderator, and he helps me out, with the comments and everything. So, yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night, good afternoon,
Yeah.
wherever you are. It's a shame for the Australians. They can't. I think for them
Yeah.
it's too late. But yeah, you can't please anyone. So yeah, the next show will be in February. I think it's the 21st, and we're gonna have Andy Witter and Tom Ingram on the show. So thank you very much for tuning in again, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye bye.
See you, everybody.
Yeah.